The Long Road by Wolfland. Heavy footfalls snapped Stephen back to the present as Dusty arrived at his side, chest puffed with satisfaction.
That was some quick thinking there, youngster. Old Sandy's attacks couldn't reach those darn gas bags.
It was all Stephen could do to keep the accusatory tone out of his voice. The plan would have worked a lot smoother if you'd given me some warning before that first attack. Cladle saved the day by helping out. Blissfully ignorant of Stephen's annoyance with him, Dusty only laughed in reply.
Ha 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 ha! And it looks like it's taken quite a shine to you too!
True to his word, Cladle had found its way back to Stephen's side, and hummed a happy tone as it swiveled a few of its eyes his way. Stephen offered a weak smile in return. Thanks, Cladle. It was an honor to battle with you. But Dusty kept on grinning.
I recognize that look it's given you. I reckon that Cladle wants to join you on your journey.
Wait, that's not true, right, Cladle? I don't want to separate you from your family. Instead of issuing a negative, Cladle began to glow with a faint blue aura. In a push of its psychic powers, it deftly opened Stephen's pack and lifted a single Pokeball from its contents before gently lowering it onto Stephen's palm. Eyeing the ball first, and then the Pokemon in question, Stephen prodded one more time. You're sure about this? Happily whistling, Cladle waggled its arms as it bobbed up and down, eyes winking into a smile. Shaking his head with his own smile, Stephen tossed his Pokeball. It rocked only momentarily before the red indicator light blinked off. Welcome to the team, Cladle. With Cladle safely tucked away at his hip, Stephen had one more order of business in the desert. He turned to face Dusty with an accusing glare. You didn't really go on an expedition with my father, did you? It wasn't a question. Dusty's jovial tone faltered with a nervous laugh.
Oh, no, I didn't really.
He plucked the pith hat from his head and sheepishly picked at the brim. Clearly expecting more, Stephen shifted his weight to the other foot and crossed his arms. Dusty continued.
You see, I've been rather unsuccessful in my own travels through the desert, and it had been so long that I grew lonely. So when I came across your father on his expedition, I thought we might be able to team up, but he wasn't interested. But I didn't give up. Instead, I thought if I tagged along, I could convince him to change his mind. In the end, I only ended up following Joseph around like a lost puppy. So earlier, when I said I'd accompanied him on his journey, that wasn't really true.
Stephen held Dusty's gaze as the explorer finished his tale, and the older man clutched his hat to his chest before giving a deep bow of apology.
The reason I knew that look Cladle was giving you is because it's the very same look I gave your father all those years ago.
At that, Stephen's glare softened, and he felt a pang of guilt for being so upset with the ruin maniac. This entire time, all he'd been hoping for was a friend to explore the desert with. While he certainly could have been more tactful about it, Stephen found he couldn't remain angry with the explorer. I appreciate your honesty, Dusty. While I'm not happy that you lied to me, I'd like to think that in the end, you've not only ended up with one friend, Stephen extended a hand, but something more like 200 friends. A collective rattle sounded around the two trainers as the Baltoy colony gathered to hover in close. Dusty's head snapped up from his bow, and he eagerly grabbed Stephen's hand with both of his. Shaking it heartily, he turned to see the sea of Baltoy clamoring and twirling happily.
I promise I'll take good care of these little fellows. You can tell that Cladle of yours too. You have my word. And even though the meteor's gone, we'll keep watch over this site, so those ruffians can't come snooping around ever again.
Stephen smiled. I'm counting on you, Dusty. Consider this your first official collaboration with the Stone Family Expeditions. Of course, the road less traveled can provide even more excitement to the intrepid trainer. Just be prepared to rely on your Pokemon and your wits if you choose to go on an adventure in Hoenn's wilderness. Surprises of all kinds await you.